Hey guys, and welcome to the TBV show. Hopefully everybody is doing a-okay, and we are here for the first of hopefully many episodes for your guys' enjoyment, entertainment, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we're sat here right now with my good friend Gio. You can see, I'll put him full screen, JuveConerCast. That's his YouTube channel if you want to go check it out. He's obviously a Juventus fan. You can see all the background stuff. And yeah, man, we're just going to have a chat. Where should we start? Well, actually, I should start by I introduced you.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, bro?
Been well, man. Been well. Of course, focusing on the channel, grinding. Lots of news. Also personal stuff. It's been great. It's like I said, been going out. Having waking up with the glasses on. You know what I'm saying? So it's just hey, it is what it is. I can't complain, and listen, man, I'm doing good. Doing good.
Nah, good to hear, man. Good to hear. 1,000. Where should we start? Shall we start? You know what? Let's start with why you have a YouTube channel, right? Because we can go into why you're a Juventus fan in a minute, and go into like your childhood and stuff if we need to. But
yeah,
obviously a lot of the people that are going to be watching this will know you from JuveConerCast. They know you obviously as Gio. That's your name. But yeah, why did you want to start your channel?
Well, I mean, when I was younger, I watched a lot of YouTubers, right? First, I was actually like a gamer, so I wanted to really start, with like a gaming channel, this and that. That didn't really work out after a while. So then I changed direction. I was like, you know what? Let's, and I was discussing this over a friend over breakfast. And I said, you know what? Maybe we should make like a football channel, just talk about our favorite teams. We could have like a, table, whatever. We could just talk, whatever the case may be. And then, from then on, I just saw a lot of big Juventus because it's my favorite team, obviously. I saw a lot of Juventus YouTubers that I admire a lot, and they are an inspiration for me and for my channel still to this day. And yeah, no, and that's basically how the channel also, was born. Also, from them, having that motivation, and for starting really the channel to really get me motivated was when I did that interview. You guys could also see it in my channel. It's in the shorts section. You see an interview that I did with Just Juve. His name is Beppe, and that was like the first time I ever did like a camera live thing, on his channel. And I was watching him for 4 years, so I was around at the time 14 years old, so I was just young, and I loved, of course, Juventus. But then, of course, I wanted to start my own route. I was like, you know what? Maybe people would actually like what I have to say about, football. And yeah, man. And I was like, you know what? Let's think of a name. And I was like, you know what? Juve. And I was like, corner, because I was like, corner kick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not just that, but with Juve, basically, it's like a little small corner with, just talking about Juve. And then all of a sudden, podcast, I was like, you know what? Take out pod because it doesn't really sound that great. And plus, it is too long if it's podcast. So I was like, you know what? Cast. So I put it together. It was JuveConerCast. And I was like, that's perfect. JCC. That's fine. And yeah, man. And that's how it's really started. And then I started, of course, the first video. It was actually a live. Didn't really expect much, I didn't really take it seriously until I started uploading more consistently. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see if I could get the viewers, and stuff like that, because I wanted to have a build a community, and that's also why I wanted to start too. I wanted to help other people out, on YouTube as well in the community, and to grow their channels as well that they really deserve, and I can't believe like where I am now. I never thought I would be like already past like a goal already, which is what was 1K. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, it was a crazy thing. I mean, the channel, everything, the experiences now, right? I went to a Juve game recently. I gotta get that vlog out soon, and yeah, it was just an amazing experience that overall. I mean, it was just a crazy grinding, getting over at least 20 to 30 people every stream. That was like awesome. Like I never thought I would actually get out any viewers in my chat, really. I never really thought that, because in the beginning it was just sometimes my school friends that would come say hello, but there was really nobody in the chat really supporting that much, so it was kind of hard to really keep motivated, but at the end of the day, it was good because I met also a lot of people on here, a lot of like connections, I met Josh. Josh was literally, I was just scrolling on YouTube, and then I found out he was streaming a Serie A game. I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe we could do like a collab or something. And then I found Josh, and then I found Liam here. So that's how me and Liam met as well. And then it goes with Zier. I did see Zier like on the Inter channel because I was following Inter Worldwide for a bit, because I know them for a while too. But yeah, man. But that's how I met all those guys, and yeah, ever since then, it's just been crazy in terms of growth for my channel, and it's been a blessing, bro. It's been a blessing for sure, man. I'm grateful for all of the guys that were helping my channel and stuff like that. I never would have thought that Lee Gunner would redirect his audience to my channel now 4 times. Saeed as well 2 times. Never thought that those YouTubers would actually do that, and that really is that shows that, hey, maybe I am doing a good job and people actually like what I'm saying. And it's great. It's really great, and it's a good feeling, man. When I was at the game, at the Juve game, people were giving, they wanted my autographs and stuff like that. People wanted pictures of me, and I never even met them. So it was kind of crazy, and it's crazy that now people actually look up to me as like an inspiration for them, and I would say that that's pretty cool on my side because I'm still young. I'm 19 only, guys. It's not like I'm like in my 30s or my 40s to have like a channel, like for example for Beppe that he has like that. What I'm saying? And it's, but it's crazy for a 19-year-old. Yeah, man. Listen, man, I'm just enjoying every single bit of it, and yeah, because listen, it's always a good times also in the beginning to grow the channel.
Yeah,
and of course there's going to be a lot more to come because it's only been like what, almost a year. It's only been a year basically of JuveConerCast. So imagine what it would be.
Still a baby, really, isn't it, the channel?
Yeah, exactly.
So talking of the channel, so you've got from what I can see and from what the public can see, 1,380 subscribers with 162 videos in there. And I'll get to why I'm doing this in a second.
Yeah.
Your most popular video so far is 485 views, and your most popular live so far is 4.2k. Now the reason I've read those stats out isn't to diminish you or anything like that, but more to my question is going to be, what and where do you want to be in like the next year? Because again, like you've said, again, you've only done, and again, this isn't to diminish you or anything like that, make you feel bad, but you've only done 162 videos. You've done really, really well for yourself. You should be proud of that 1,000%. And I mean that. But like, where do you want to be in a year? Like, obviously, everybody wants to hit 100k to get the plaque, and maybe 1 million to get the plaque, and so on and so forth. But like, again, like you said, the channel is basically a baby. So where do you want to be in the next year?
Well, I mean, who knows? If I get lucky, it could go even tremendously from the amount that I have now. But especially for a whole year, who knows? You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's of course, the goal is always to now 2,000. Now we're getting closer and closer each day. We get a lot of new subscribers. We get a lot of new people that like the channel, especially with the 2 new shows that I came up with, Tut the Couch and Football Arena, so it's a lot of people like that. But yeah, no, I mean, listen, of course, for me, I always look at how many viewers I get, for example, the videos, like you said it, 450 something. I never got a 1K video
yet.
You know what I'm saying? Yet. And that's pretty crazy to say that I never got a 1K video yet, pretty much. And not just that, but for all my lives, like at least 3 or 4 of them are over 1K views.
Yeah.
So the fact that I have around 1,300 subscribers is pretty insane, I would say, with the amount of videos. So I would say, listen, it's doing a great job, 100%. And of course, there's going to be a lot more to come. Where do I see the trajectory? I hope to get at least consistently more 1K views on videos and like views on, of course, lives, right? More viewers on lives, obviously, man, because, all the shows that we do, man, it's just so funny and fun, and I hope everybody's got a, and this, Liam, so it's always a blast to, for, especially when the Tut the Couch show, for example, that's like always a fun one to watch, on Thursdays and Tuesdays. But yeah, no, listen, of course, the goal is always going to be, be humble. 2K, that's the goal for now. But to maybe in a year, let's see. I would say the goal would be 3 to 4K. That's the goal for the next year. Try to get to 3 to 4K. Of course, right now it's 2K. We're getting closer and closer, but obviously it's just baby steps. But who knows? I mean, listen, all it takes is one video, and then you never know, your channel could blow up. So, I mean, it would be nice because, of course, I love to chat with a lot of the Juventus fans of the community, so other people in the community too, like in the football world. So, yeah, no, of course, it would be a dream for me, for sure, because for career wise, and I'll explain to you later when you ask that question. Probably, you'll see, why I'm saying this. So, but yeah, man, and listen, it's hopefully we could get to where we want to get to to really succeed and get to where we need to be in goals for sure.
Yeah, no, 1,000, bro, 1,000. And again, it's baby steps, 100% baby steps. And as long as you're having fun across the way, that's all that really matters. You did mention it with your show. Now this is one of the things that has made your channel bigger, would you say? I don't know if bigger is necessarily the word, but rather than it just being transfer news and you talking about your club and so on and so forth, you've brought a show, which I think is massive. I enjoyed the show myself, and I'm not just saying this as we're friends. I actually do. If you're watching this and you want to see a bunch of Serie A fans, the Italian league fans, just banter each other, like they're all good friends. But in the shows, they rip into each other, and it's hilarious. I find it so funny. How did you come up with that show? When, like, why? Let me know. Because that is a good show.
Well, no, because I was thinking to myself, how do I get myself bigger? And obviously, because of the career, once again, right, my career for where I want to be going for, right, I'm going to need to talk about a lot of the other clubs as well, and same thing goes with European clubs too. I'm going to have to do that too. So that's why I was like, you know what, let me create like some sort of Serie A show we could get, because, talking about Juve is great. But when you have this, for example, I'll bring on Juve fans on the panel, it's more casual. There's not really that much fight, banter, really. It's more like, okay, I understand. I agree with you, this and that. It's more like, okay, calm. We're all just good on the thing, which, I find that people probably find that boring. So I came up with a new show. I was like, you know what? Let's find a name and see, what it would make sense for my channel, and I came up with the name Tutto Calcio, which in Italian it means everything football. So it's pretty unique, I would say. And of course we got that little espresso cup which I made. It was pretty insane, which from now on, by the way, we're going to be having espressos at night, decaf espressos. So obviously, because I don't want to be up all night and stuff like that, but I mean, some people want to do that. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, that's going to be like the tradition from now on to have, but yeah, man, listen, I really love the show. I added a couple of panel guys that are really like, banter guys too, which is great because I think you really need that for a show like a debate show like that. So, and I think that, of course, it's going to attract a lot of new people, a lot of new, for example, Napoli fans. Never thought I would see Napoli fans really subscribe to the channel. Never thought I would see Milan fans subscribe to the channel. Same thing goes, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think it's also good, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they all support the people that are within the show. And I think in terms of course, the channel growth is going to get even better because every single time we do a Tutto Calcio stream, the views are always doing good. Like everybody really has been really liking the show. And for example, like I'm going to mention a couple big content creators again. Lee and Said, they redirected to those shows all the time, which is crazy. I never would have thought that an Arsenal fan, for example, would redirect to a Serie A show. You know what I mean? But that shows to show that, okay, I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing something right in terms of what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So of course, each day I want to make improvements for everybody on the channel. I love to ask, feedback on what I could do better, what I can make better, of course, right? And soon it's going to be even more better, the channel, in terms of the professionalism, everything. Obviously it's just baby steps, but sooner or later it's going to get even more, way more cleaner and better, for sure. And I can't wait for more to come, man. It's just been a year, and yeah, man. I mean, listen, especially Tutu Couch has been doing tremendous, and we're gonna have more panel members too. Maybe a Roma fan too soon. So that is going to be interesting to see a Lazio fan and a Roma fan go at it. You don't want to miss that, that's for sure, because they banter a lot, those guys. So
yeah, no 1,000, and I'm with you, man. It's gonna be like I'm obviously interested as your friend to see where you're going to take the channel, of course, but also like I don't know if you would say the word fan, but like from looking from the outside as well, looking in, see where you take the channel, because it has done good for you 1,000%, and I know that you're going to be. We've done one episode so far of Football Arena, but we're going to try and do more. I know that actually told me that personally. But yeah, man, it's just about making. Because at the end of the day, you're there to entertain people, aren't you?
yeah,
So again, I do understand where you're coming from with the whole, especially if the club's messing around or they don't get the sign in or whatever it is. I understand it 1,000. Speaking, you hinted at it a couple of times. We'll just go straight into it. We'll talk about childhood a little bit. Your football, your not footballing career, your career and what you want to do and so on and so forth. So tell the people and explain to the people what you want to do, because you were going to be a footballer, weren't you? That was the plan.
Yeah, well, listen, I had a lot of talent. I did, in terms of football. I had chances to go to Germany, to go be there for a year away from my family, to go train over there and to get scouted by big clubs, Stuttgart, Leipzig, even Bayern Munich, Ajax. Those academies. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. And listen, I played a tournament in Italy. I even had the medal. We came in third place that year, where it was 20 teams. So, I mean, I had chances, a lot of chances, but the thing is, I didn't end up going because I want to stay with my family. Because for me, I think family is always first. Also my mom didn't want me to go because, I'm only and stuff like that. So it's what I'm saying? So it's, I just want to stay for family too. And I was like, but what am I going to do career-wise now, since football is not really an option for me that much anymore? I mean, listen, I'm still going to play. I'm still going to play it, what I'm saying, whenever I get the chance with my guys, with my friends, in high school.
Actually, yeah.
But, going pro, it's not a reality for me. So I was like, you know what? I love football, man. It's a passion. I want to do something with it. And that's also why I started the channel too, because, for the career. And I was like, you know what? Let me look into like where I could get a position, and I want to become a football analyst. That is my goal, my dream. I would say my dream job is to do that, because I could, of course, travel around the world, interview people like players, coaches, whatever the case may be, which of course would be a dream for me, and not just that, but the context would be crazy and stuff like that, And yeah, that's why I really also started the channel too. That's what motivated me even more, from then on. And yeah, I, like I said, I just hope I get to where I am, because I just love the game. I love football, man. And of course for my career, man, it's really because I already missed out on an opportunity one time.
Yes.
I hope I don't miss out on another opportunity to be like a football analyst. And then that of course will crush me, because for me this is really all I got. I mean, of course I could become anything else, because listen, I'm a musician. I can become a music teacher. I love history. I could become a history teacher, whatever the case may be. For example, I could if I wanted to be a businessman, I could be a businessman, entrepreneur, whatever the case may be is. But that's not really my first choice. My first choice is to be in the world of football. Maybe like a journalist, and that's my passion, exactly.
Yeah.
And even my dad sees that, and he believes that I could become it, and he thinks I could do it. But of course it's gonna take time. obviously,
Mhm.
but of course, if I get even, for example, big on YouTube, for example, right? Obviously, my chances go even higher in my career. You know what I mean? Because then I could invest in the channel, invest in other things, and then I could travel more. You know what I'm saying? And do more stuff. So that would be great. For me, that would be the dream, bro. That you know what I'm saying? That'd be the dream to do. So obviously, hopefully I get to there one day. Hopefully I don't have to give up on my passion because that would really hurt a lot. Because to be honest, bro, I don't want to work for any other guy. You know what I'm saying? I just want to work for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
No, no, no.
That's pretty much, yeah. No, I definitely get emotional about it, because it's like,
No, 100, bro.
because sometimes every single time I would think about it, right? I would think about, the what ifs, right? What if this happens? What if that happens? What am I gonna do? Because I remember I'm only 19 too, guys. Even though I act a lot mature from my age, I'm not gonna lie, I do. A lot of people have been saying that. So, yeah, no, but it's like I said, it's crazy, scary feeling because it's like, what if your passion fails? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Otherwise,
100%.
it's it wouldn't be good. You know?
Yeah, no, and I'm with you on that one. And that's one of the things, though, isn't it? Because if you're not going to fail, you're never going to succeed.
Yeah.
The failure is always going to be there. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's
Oh yeah.
YouTube, if you're a football analyst, being a footballer,
Yeah.
being a
No.
chef,
I mean,
if
like I
you want
said,
to be a chef.
that failed. Yeah, that failed already. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
Yeah,
I'm like, you know what? Since I'm older now, because of course, after a certain age, it's like they're not really gonna look into it if you don't have it. So that's why
yeah,
I gave up really on like football pro, obviously, and I was like, you know what, I want to do something with football, man, and that's really what I got. Of course, maybe I could be like a graphic designer, right? I could do that, right, an editor, whatever the case may be, and then maybe get more good money. But that's not really my passion. That's not really what I do. Of
yeah,
course, I want to talk about football all the time. That's what I want to do, and hopefully that dream succeeds.
yeah. No, no, no. Me too, man. I hope it does. I really do. With the football analyst stuff, though.
Yeah,
See, you're in university, right? College.
yeah.
And so what does that entail? Like, how long's the course?
Well, I all I needed really is my associates, so it's basically 2 years if I really want to.
Okay.
But of course, I'm gonna go for the full four, obviously,
Okay.
because I
Yeah.
think that will give me enough time also for the channel to really grow too, to have at least
Yeah.
a foundation, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and not just that, but I think in terms of that, if we could even get a couple of things together, because I have a lot of ideas, and for a young age, I have a bunch of ideas to do. So,
Yeah.
but the thing is, which ones are going to succeed and which ones are going to fail? That's the biggest question, right? So far, to the couch show, that's one of them. It's been working fine. Football Arena still unknown because it's still a new show,
Of
so
course.
that will be soon. But most likely, yeah, man, But hopefully, like I said, hopefully, my dreams are going to be fulfilled.
Yeah. 1,000, bro. 1,000. So yeah, with it. So it's a 2-year course.
No.
After that, is it you going for masters? Is that what that is?
No, I go for bachelors,
Bachelor. Okay.
and then masters.
Okay. So bachelor's first. So is that just the 1-year course then, and then you go masters, right?
Okay, so no, it's 4 years. So 2 years you get your associates, 2 year, and then basically 2 years again you get your bachelors.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
basically in total is 4 years, and then you go for one extra year, and that will be your masters.
So 5 then. 5 years,
Yeah.
and if that's to go that way, because you never know, you might blow up on YouTube and then not need it. But in general,
Yeah.
um,
That's the thing, and I'm like, why, do of course I want to go obviously to complete school, right? Obviously to get something at least under my belt just in case too, but
yeah, of course.
of course it's gonna be way more difficult if I'm gonna be also doing videos every day, this and that. If I do, because remember the load of work for school
Yeah,
was especially in the first year. My gosh, I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And I had to do videos and lives and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was it's kind of hard to balance and manage everything, at the same time. So that's why I'm like, if I succeed on YouTube too, then it will be more of a less it'll be more weight off my shoulders, right? A lot the pressure would be a little bit off for me.
yeah,
At the moment, I'm still feeling pressure, obviously. But at the same time, it's the summertime, so now I have 2 months to really try to get up to the goal, to the next goal, fast as possible. Obviously, because like I'm going to be going back to school soon in the end of August, so it's going to be tough for me to even upload that much again. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
No, 1,000. And that's the thing. The only thing you really need to do, and obviously I don't understand the workload, but all you really need to do is just, if you can, create 3 videos, and then just schedule one per day. To keep it going, of course. So yeah, no, 1,000. I'm with you. What was it like as a child? So you're from New York. For anyone that doesn't know, obviously you've got an Italian background. What was that like for you?
No, man. I mean,
Your person?
listen, my childhood was awesome. I had fun all the time. For example, with my parents, we would go, family's house. Not just that, but also being a New Yorker in school. It's kind of like a unique type of thing. Getting a lot of good food here too, like pizza. New York style pizza. Not from Italy. Obviously, Italy is a whole different ballgame. But
Yeah.
but over here, in terms of that, the New York type of way, the way that we talk, everything, of course, my childhood was great. Going to play football all the time with my friends. Meeting a lot of friends, stuff like that in school. Playing on a travel team. It was awesome. Great experiences, of course, when I was a child. I had a really good time. Fun. It was awesome. But now it's like, of course, now the years are gone because I graduated high school, so it's like I miss it sometimes. But now I'm in college, so it's a little bit different now. It's like more partying, blah blah blah, focusing on school too, and then after that, now with the podcast. I'm saying now with the JuveConerCast. So
Yeah. No. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Um, what did you do in, like? So obviously I know the school system and so on and so forth, and obviously your mom, your dad, and all of that. What would you do in, like, the holidays? Would you go on would you go on holidays?
yeah, no, we like I said, in Florida, we have a condo down there. Usually we will stay over there. I
Okay.
usually during the times that's before. Then I moved for college and stuff like that. Then I go there
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Usually for vacation we do that. Or we go to somewhere else, maybe like Italy or other states we'll go to sometimes. During when I
Okay.
was little. So yeah, usually we would do that. But usually on the holidays too, it'll be like snowing here, so we'll be going out with friends, of course, with family a lot. We'll spend, especially during the holidays, we would spend a lot of time with family. So that was the main thing. And my brother Frank, he has his own type of business. He does I can't think of the word, but yeah, he would help me out, get a lot of gifts for example, for Christmas, blah, 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 this and that. So yeah, no, of course, my childhood was awesome, man.
Mhm.
And yeah, of course, I would. One day, I'm gonna remember every single bit of it. It's gonna be, you know, like wow. Now I'm like about to be really an adult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing, isn't it? Well, like, if I was
yeah,
to be doing this episode with, like, I don't know, someone that's maybe my age, 27, or maybe like go from 27 to 45, you could talk about a little bit more. You kind of are still in that era.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
obviously you're not a child anymore, of course. um, you look after yourself, you can drive, so on and so forth. But, like, you're only 19, so you're basically still a kid. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Even
yeah.
though you don't act like it, if that makes any sense. Um, so yeah, what were some of the places you've been? Obviously, you mentioned some of the states. What states have you been to?
Well, we went to, of course, PA. I had family down in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
We would go to Philly. Obviously we went to Philly, for the game also this
Yeah.
year. So went there. We went to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, of course, Florida. Obviously, we went to. I've been to also Las Vegas and Nevada. Also California. I've been to. Um, New Jersey, obviously, because it's right over. We do. We would drive there, stuff like that. For like when I was little, and I still go there, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, those are like the main, and of course, Baltimore, Maryland, around that area too. So
You've been to quite a lot. You've been to
yeah,
quite a
I've
lot.
been I've been to quite a lot, basically almost the whole East Coast, basically, pretty much.
Okay.
Um,
What's Vegas like?
a lot of casinos, a lot of casinos. Well, I mean, when I was really little, but I do remember a lot. It was a lot of casinos. Of course, there's a lot of of course, I had a couple friends down there from my mom. My mom and my dad had friends down there, so we would go and visit, and then
Yeah.
of course family too. So, yeah, no, listen, Vegas is not a bad city. I obviously for me, it's not for me because it's mostly just casinos, pretty much. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think for a city like New York, yeah, it's crazy.
No. Is that the same with California as well? Obviously, maybe not
California,
casinos, but like,
yeah, well, California is more like if you think about it, it's got like palm trees, so it reminds you a little bit about Florida, but at the same time, it's like different. It's like a different style to it. It's got that more Western / Florida side to it. Which is pretty cool.
yeah. That definitely is like if as me personally, obviously I'm British, English. So for me, when I think of America, those are the three places. You think of New York, you think of Las Vegas, and then you think of California.
Yeah.
Obviously you think of Florida as well if you've got a child and so on and so forth, because that's where Disneyland and all of the parks and stuff is. But like for like tourist wise, that's where you would think of, if that makes sense. Maybe DC, because that's obviously where the White House is. But yeah, no, I'm with you. Have you been to any other countries? I know you've been to Italy. We will talk about that because obviously I want to get into Juventus and so on. But other than Italy, which we'll talk about in a minute, have you been to anywhere else around the world?
Yes. Well, we've been to Spain. We've been to also France as well. But yeah, those are the three. We also been to what was it that we went to?
You've been to Greece, haven't you?
Yes, Greece. Yes, that's another one. So yeah, those are the 4 countries so far that I've been to. Obviously, I want to go to more. I want to go to UK definitely. I just want to see, of course, how the UK is. Definitely want to go to like where the Belgium, Netherlands, around there, of course. Definitely. Also, I saw a little bit of Switzerland. I was like right on the border from Italy of Switzerland, so I could say that was like near there. So, but in terms of like I want to go to Croatia, for example. Heard nice stuff in Croatia and the Balkans. That'd be nice to go. Portugal, I definitely want to go see Portugal for sure. And yeah, those are really the countries I probably would look forward to going to next for sure.
What was Spain like?
Very historic. Very historic. I like history, so it's pretty cool.
Where was it in Spain you went?
We went to Seville. So
Okay.
yeah. So we were there. We went to a couple of. I didn't go to Madrid. We went to Barcelona, but I didn't go to Madrid.
Okay.
But this was like when I was like a little bit younger.
Younger.
Obviously, I was like around like 14, 13 years old. So like around there, when we really went to go check that out. So, but yeah, that's really pretty. It's pretty. Listen, I think it's cool if you like history. That Spain is definitely the spot. Of course, paella is famous in Spain. The food, obviously, bro. It's so good. But
yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? As well, being an Italian, with the food, and what's it like? How do I word this? What's it like being Italian in the sense of, is it the camaraderie? I believe it's how you say that word. Being with family and like, is it like big dinners and stuff? Is that true?
Yeah, bro. Even being in New York and you're an Italian, you're gonna have lots of food. Like the other day, like I'm telling you right now, in New York, ever since I came back to New York, my dad's just been cooking nonstop, and I was like, oh my gosh, what I'm saying, I'm outside, especially what's gonna happen this Friday. It's gonna be the 4th. I'm gonna be having a lot of family over, so it's gonna be really hard for me to stream, but I'm gonna try to get a stream in there for the audience, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But No, we have a lot of food. Like my dad even has a pizza oven in the backyard. That says a lot. You know what I'm saying? We got a grill. We make barbecue. Like the other day we had burgers, hot dogs. What else did we have? Of course, potato salad. We had what else? We had like a regular salad, tomato salad. What else? Wings. Like seriously, we have so much food. Mac and cheese, this and that. Oh, forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's French fries. My dad made French fries and stuff like that. So, but that's we eat like that. We eat a lot, but it's nice because especially in the winter time, for example, then the Italians obviously we're gonna bring the pastries at the end. The cannolis, the cartoccios from this is known in Sicily. And then you would have the panettone for in the winter time usually. So that's what we usually have. But Italians we eat a lot, bro. And of course pastas, different kinds of pastas. You know what I'm saying? Sausages that we have, oh man, the ring sausage.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's so good. It's so good. The food is so good, man. Like every time I'm like, Dad, what are we making? I'm like, oh, I'm about to faint. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, oh, bro, it's about time, man. And listen, I love food. It's just awesome, man. I just loved looking at it. I love to make food too. It's great. It's great.
You just literally enjoy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereabouts are your family based, Italian wise?
Italian wise, we're from Sicily.
Okay, so from Sicily.
So Sicily, we're from Porto Empedocle. We're right by Agrigento, around there. So that's where my dad is basically from. He came to this country when it was 1970 when he was 14 years old. So imagine you're leaving everything behind at 14 in Italy, and then coming, to coming to America, and then basically learning a whole new language. Imagine just speaking Italian, you don't even know anything English.
Any English.
And my dad speaks really good English too, which is crazy. You know what I mean? He doesn't have like that accent, He has actually that New York accent, really,
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty cool.
So when you went to Italy, if I'm right by saying, and please correct me if I'm wrong, you went there for a Juventus game, if I'm correct, or was it a holiday but you went to see Juventus?
So it was the summertime, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
We went. So I had a tournament down there. I mentioned that.
Oh, okay.
So that was my first time I went to Italy.
Okay.
And then, of course, we had a tour, obviously, of the Juventus Stadium. Wow, beautiful, very beautiful. If you go there in person, I recommend you guys going and get a tour because I have to say, very, very beautiful for a small stadium for only around 45,000 seats.
Yeah.
Wow. You could see the history. You could see the history and the culture behind it. It's really nice. And of course, I can't wait for it until they renovated it even bigger, probably soon. Who knows? But obviously, it's still new. So, it's only 15 years old, I think, around there, something like that. So it's pretty new still. But yeah, no, I love it. I loved when I went there, obviously, because I'm a Juventus fan. I'm a big Juventus fan. And no, it was a great experience, man. And of course, and then I'll go back again and I watched the game. I watched a Serie A game, which was nice.
Okay, so they two different trips.
Yeah, two different trips. Yeah.
Okay, so when you went there the first time and you had a tour, what was that like? Because I know for me personally, as a Bayern fan, when I went to see the Allianz Arena, it was like a jaw drop.
It was a jaw drop. I'm like, this is the field that one of the greatest players of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, and I was literally also in the locker room, so I saw his seat too because he was still at the club at the time.
Oh, okay.
So that's even crazier. I'm like, I could literally just touch his seat. I mean, like what the heck? It's crazy. And his locker was there too. So it's just unbelievable that I was right there, and then of course I touched the pitch of where all they come out. The memories, and of course you would have the bad moments, right? But of course it's beautiful stadium, man. Jaw dropping. I was in the press room where when I was it was little me, obviously, but look, that's where I wanted to be at for For a football analyst, maybe a journalist to go there, that would be insane.
Be asking
for me.
questions to the manager.
Bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Dude, that would be insane, man. I'm telling you, insane. No, that's like my dream, bro. Especially for Juventus, man. To work for Juve, bro, that is my dream, man.
Yeah.
That is my dream, to really work for Juve. If I work for Juve ever, man, it's gonna be a dream, man. Like, I can't wait. I hope so.
No. So did you have a so you had a stadium tour from what I was saying?
Yeah.
So that's obviously, you go, you see the stadium, you go to the press room, you go to the changing room, so on. Did they have a museum?
Yeah. Oh, I saw everything. The 2 Champions Leagues that we have won. Obviously, I saw a lot of the Scudetti that we've won. The Serie A championships, we saw a lot, all of them, 38. And yeah, man, it's just like, wow. Like, I was like, damn. I can't believe, like, we have this so much history. You can see, like, there's so many things, like, slogans of Juve. You can see a lot of things, a lot of the history. Like, you can even see the leather ball of, like, when they used to play, like, for example, Platini's time.
Yeah.
Like, that to me is insane. Like, I saw Nedved's Ballon d'Or there, too. Like, I took a picture of it. I remember that. Yeah.
Wow.
So imagine that. That's crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's super, super cool. So is it like that's for me? Obviously, I'm just trying to picture this in my head. Obviously, that you've seen it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just trying to picture it in my head. Obviously, when I went to the Allianz Arena, obviously I went to the museum and seeing the Champions League, seeing the Bundesligas, all of the DFB Pokals. They had a special place in there for the Sigtuple with all of the trophies that we won in one calendar year, and so. Yeah, no, it definitely is a. Did you get like goosebumps when you went in there? Because I know I did.
Oh yeah, man, dude. If I ever go back, man, the goosebumps are gonna even hit even more now, because now I'm basically a Juve content creator, so it's gonna be even crazier.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Like the first time I like and not just that, but they even have like this thing above like the museum. Like, well, this is actually the old museum. It's not the new museum that they have now, because they did the whole rebrand of it, like a whole new thing. So it's pretty. It's not even cool. So I have to go again soon.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna go again for sure. But yeah, no, like they had this thing on the top where they would show like us Juve lifting the Scudetto tiles, like it was during the 9 in a row. Basically, I think it was like during the 8th season that we won consecutively.
Yeah.
So it was Ronaldo's first year. So, no, and then we could see like Chiellini and all them. Oh my gosh, like the goosebumps that you would see, like the teams, like that, the history behind it, man, like insane. Like I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm here, man.
I get it. I know it's different because it's number one, a totally different country, totally different club, totally different stadium. We do have something in similar though, in the fact that yours is called, from right by saying, is the Allianz Stadium, and ours is the Allianz Arena.
Yeah.
So that we have that in common. What was it like going to see the game? So you obviously, again, the first time you went there, you seen that you had a tour and so on and so forth, and again you seen it is like, well, Buffon's been on that pitch, Chiellini's been on that pitch, so on and so forth. What was it like seeing the game? See, at the time of recording this right now, I haven't seen a game in the Allianz Arena. I've obviously seen Bayern Munich games when they come to England for the Champions League, pre-season, and so on. But again, at the time of recording this, we are going in August. So obviously I'm super excited. But for you personally, what was it like because obviously that was been another time you went to the stadium, you've already been there, so you know. But to like match day with the rest of the fans, because obviously, what did you say the stadium holds? 40,000, 50,000?
It was around 50,000, yeah.
50,000. There definitely wasn't 50,000 people on that tour. I can tell you that right now. Of course. So it was like, you take your time, take your pictures, embrace it, so on. What was it like on a match day? That's what I'm excited for as well.
Crazy. It was crazy, bro. Like a lot of Juventus fans, you could see the ultras there. They're pretty scary, but it's cool. Like I love the way that they do that, man, over there.
Like an aura.
Like an aura. Yeah, like you can feel it. For Juve. especially during that time. And then obviously seeing Juve win was even better. You know what I mean? Seeing Dybala still at the club scoring, that was obviously because I saw, obviously he's one of my favorite players. Since I've been alive, definitely at Juve.
Of
It's been
course,
one
of
of my
course.
favorite.
Okay. Super young.
And with obviously it was a Serie A match. It was Juventus versus Cagliari. We won, I believe, 3-1.
Was Cristiano Ronaldo playing for them at that time?
No. So this was the season before, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So like when I went for the tour, it was the summer of when
Okay.
he was coming to them. So yeah. So at the time, like he joined the club, but he didn't play like right away.
Yeah.
I believe it was like the first or the second match day against Parma. He made his debut, so I couldn't see him at that time. And I had to come back to.
So who did you go against? Juventus versus
Cagliari. We went against Cagliari. We won 3-1.
Okay, so you had a bit of adversity, but you did win in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, Mandzukic was there. He scored a goal. I believe he scored 2. Unbelievable player. One of my favorites too. But yeah, Dybala also scored in the third, and that was nice to see.
Was Buffon there at that time?
Yeah. Yep.
What was that like?
Aura. I gotta say, aura, bro.
Chiellini there?
Mm-hmm. Chiellini was playing in the back with Bonucci.
Oh wow, Bonucci.
Yeah. And Barzagli at the time too.
Yeah.
So I saw the BBC, basically.
Yeah. That's because even me like thinking obviously in my own head, I remember like you can see them obviously with your own eyes, but then when you zoom in as well on the phone, and it's like holy crap. Like
yep.
That is the guy that I have been watching year in, year out, icon, Yeah, I know for me personally, like seeing Neuer was nuts.
Aura.
Yeah. Knowing that guy's picked up a World Cup, picked up the Champions League, picked up all of these trophies, and then he's in front of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm 1,000% with you on that. It's so weird. But yeah, man, that was probably crazy, wasn't it? Seeing that. What was like the obviously you spoke about the aura of the players and so on. What was it like when you scored a goal?
Everybody going crazy, bro, because Juventus was winning at that time, man. We were all happy. Yeah. Now it's like it's completely different because now it's like, okay, a lot of the Juve fans are kind of fed up with the situation.
Rebuilding and stuff.
Rebuild, yeah. But no, at that time it was good times. We were winning the league after league after league. Imagine, you guys did it for 11 years. You guys were lucky to have more. I wish I had more. Shoot. That would be nice. I mean, if we would have got to at least 10, I would have been okay. Then you could give the league to somebody else, but we didn't get to that 10 in a row. Screw Inter. But in terms of those times, man, no, everybody was just insane. Like we were all going insane. Like I remember the fans were jumping on each other, bro. We were like going and like grabbing each other's shirts and shit. It's crazy, bro. Crazy. Man.
What was did you see the mascot?
Yeah, Jay. Again, I saw him, and obviously I saw him again this year. So it's fantastic.
Wait, did you take a picture of it when you seen him this year?
No, I couldn't because I had to have the fan club. I never registered again here. So because I registered the one in Florida, I didn't register the one here. So I should have done that, but I didn't do that. But next time, don't worry.
Next time. Yeah.
But I do want to go to an actual Juve game, but I want to go to a UCL match when we're ready. When we're ready and we're like strong, a little bit stronger again. I mean, like obviously we want to bolster our squad. If we could do that, then maybe I'll fly out for a UCL game, which would be massive.
Yeah. Again, I can't. Obviously, I've seen 2 UCL games, but they were in the, they were away games. Obviously in the UK, obviously both in Manchester City, which we lost, unfortunately, and then Manchester United.
3-0. 3-0. Yeah. You were there. Wow.
When Rodri scored that goal.
Oh my God. I was watching that on TV. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was there,
Wow.
bro. I was there. Me and the missus went, and then we went to the Man United one, where we won 1-0 in the end. Kingsley Coman scored.
Were you
And
sitting in the like home sector or
home end in both of them. The only other time I've been in the away end was when we went to the most recent game for the men's team. It was pre-season where they tried to get Harry Kane to lift the trophy in the Tottenham Stadium, which again don't understand why you would even try to do that, but whatever. It was the pre-season trophy and so on and so forth. And yeah, I was in with the Bayern fans, which was super super cool. But of course, you know, for you, for instance, being in with the Juventus fans is totally different. Like, there definitely wasn't 75,000 Bayern fans, obviously, in that Tottenham ground. It was mainly Tottenham fans. So, yeah, that's going to be weird to see that when I see that very, very soon. But yeah, how did you become a Juventus fan?
Well, for my father, really. My
Okay.
dad really introduced me to, of course, to the Serie A, to the team, and I really liked the Juve colors. I really liked the history behind it too. And of course, Del Piero is one of my favorites, definitely
Yeah.
players. On you because not just about I respect loyalty from the team, and for him to stay there for 19 years, where he could have gone to Real Madrid to wherever else, that's crazy, and I respect that, and that's why I really started supporting Juventus. Of course, my dad definitely of course, had some leverage onto that too. But yeah, no, I really just fell in love with it too, and it was literally the season before we started winning everything. So except for the Champions League, which sucks because I wish we did win at least one, but our opponents were just too strong at the time. They were like overpowered, man. But yeah, no, obviously, man. I mean, it's an honor. And it's great to be a Juve fan for sure. It's great. It's great.
No. I'm with you. I'm with you. And yeah, they're like one of the most historical clubs. Again, it is a shame, like you said, with the UCL. And you had such a good team. They're like Paul Pogba, Buffon, Chiellini,
Pirlo, yeah.
Bonucci, Pirlo, Vidal, so on. Yeah, just bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Um, what has been one lesson that you've learned? With the the career path, and not necessarily to harp on about the failure of the football, like the dream and so on, but
Mhm.
like what have you learned from that? Because obviously you've gone through it, like not
Yeah.
going. Obviously, there's probably, I'm sure, a bit of regret that you didn't go, of course, but I also understand the fact that you were super young. You're still young now, but
Yeah.
you're super duper young. Um, you know, you're you yourself, obviously me knowing you for a while now, you're very, very family orientated. So I understand it, but like, what was like the lesson that you learned from that failure, if that makes any sense?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Don't ever stop. Um, there was even a time when I was in the beginning of the channel where I wanted to quit, and I had to talk to one of my best friends from school, and he had to talk me into it because he always knew what to say and help me in sorts of sometimes when I'm down. And he kept them going, never give up. So I definitely learned that for sure.
Yeah.
Um, to never give up. That you never know, you could succeed. And one of my best friends says that he knew that I was going to be some sort of famous person on YouTube, probably soon. Like he sees that, which is crazy because he says I'm very knowledgeable about the game. He knows that I love the club. So, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, obviously, to keep going, never to give up. Obviously, to keep pushing forward, especially after obviously not going to having that big shot again to
Of
be
course.
pro. Um, but to also try to come up with different ideas to get you into that same category, to that same passion.
Yeah, of
And
course.
I found it, so which is pretty cool. But the thing is, now hopefully it doesn't happen again. Otherwise, it would be a shame. It
Of
would be a
course.
shame.
And I'm sure it would. I'm sure it won't. You're doing fantastic on your channel, coming
Yeah.
from someone that's close to you. So, I'm sure that's going to be absolutely fine. What are some of your hobbies? See, we know about Juventus. We know you like to watch football. We know that you like to spend time with your family, which is obviously an amazing thing in itself. And go play football with your friends and so on. But what are some other hobbies that we might not know? Maybe even I don't know.
I'm a musician. I was actually in high school. I was the lead in the jazz band. So
Okay.
I was in a jazz band. I also was in concert band. So I know how to play 3 instruments. Obviously, I go and sometimes I duet with my dad. My dad also knows how to play the keyboard, the piano as well. So we do like some sort of like jazz duet sometimes, or like a classical duet. It's pretty cool. Like even my mom has a lot of recordings of it, and yeah, no, I love playing on my free time with my saxophone. Playing classical music sometimes. Because it really calms everybody down. And also, obviously, jazz. Coming up with different new things too. Obviously, what else I want to do on my free time? Play sometimes video games. Obviously, playing for FIFA, Fortnite, whatever the case may be. I can play any game really. And then obviously, usually I probably sometimes go out with my missus and just go out and have fun together, spend time with her. But yeah, no, it's been I can't complain. I really love the things I have off camera too. It's great. It's great.
No. I'm 1,000, bro. I'm with you. What was speaking of you learning like musical instruments and stuff? What's the hardest one that you know?
Piano.
Piano. So that's harder than sax. What's the other one? Do you know guitar? Is it guitar?
Guitar as well.
Yeah.
Bass guitar.
Okay. So why is that harder for me? I don't know anything.
Because
I can strum a guitar, but it
because
won't be in tune.
because imagine using both hands, right?
Okay.
Basically, imagine just like typing on a keyboard and not looking at any of the notes and thinking about which note it is.
Okay.
Not just that, but reading also the music is like, especially on the piano, forget about it. And you have to be on the right tempo, the right rhythm, the right dynamics. Not just that, but it's also got to sound great. If it's not going to sound great, then you're doing something wrong.
Okay.
So I would say for me, the hardest one, because if you could play piano, you could play all the instruments. And I learned that through my music career. If you learn piano, you could learn saxophone like this. You could learn bass guitar like that. You could learn other instruments. If I really wanted to do any other instruments, I would do it. The next instrument I'm probably going to learn is the baritone sax, the bari. Love that. Love it. Man, I love saxophone. That's one of my favorite instruments, saxophone.
It's a beautiful sound, I've got to say.
Oof.
You know what I mean?
I play Careless Whisper. So
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, for the misses, you know what I'm saying? I sometimes go out in the bathroom like and she's like, oh, what? She was like, oh my gosh.
Have you this is gonna be so random, but have you ever pranked her with the sax? Because sounds mad, but it's such a unique sound, isn't it? That it comes out like
because
I guarantee
it could be
yeah,
the different type of tempo and the sound, the way that you do it. It's like I said, it could be a difference, man. And yeah, of course.
It's like doing the washing up or something, and you just go like.
For example, she was cooking one time and she was on the phone, and all of a sudden I was like, she was like, what the fuck? She was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. I was just like laughing, and I come in there and I'm like, wah wah wah. So yeah, no, it's funny, man. I'm telling you. Oh man, bro. But yeah, man. That's definitely I love to do those things. It's so funny.
Would you say, I know you like football, so this is gonna be an interesting question. What was your favorite subject in school?
Favorite subject? It was crazy thing was math.
Math. Okay. So
you
yourself very, very good in
finance. Math. Yeah. When I got to finance, very good at that. And economics. That those are the two great. I mean, also I liked history. History is another class I really loved as well.
Okay.
I wasn't really into the science really that much, and in English, I suck at English really. I'm not that good of an English writer. That's why I never wanted to be really a writer. But But yeah, no, listen, I loved, in terms of that, I loved finance and economics. Algebra was just like the beginning of that. But in terms of the math and solving, learning how to solve a problem, that was always my thing, and I always liked to do that. So, of course, I would put math and history with there. Yeah, for sure. Those are my favorite two
So
subjects.
what is it? What is it like in? Because obviously, again, I'm English, so for the English, and for me anyway, I don't know if it's changed. Obviously, I'm 27 now, so I've been at school for a long ass time. But like it was like science, maths, English, which was obviously writing and so on. We would
Band,
have P, which was like
gym,
rugby,
yeah, gym.
gym, football. What else did we play? Rounders, which is kind
Yeah,
of like baseball.
yeah, no, it's
Um,
about yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that was like that. Like, is it the same? Because I know that football is in American football is very big over in the US.
The same thing.
Um, is it the same? Is it?
Basically for PE, basically you got football, regular, our football that we call, right, and then we got American football. Obviously, people play that, basketball, baseball, stuff like that. We go outside, play that, or go to the gym, work out, whatever the case may be, and then obviously go back into to go to our next class. Um, but yeah, no, that's one of the things that I kind of miss from high school too. Is also being with my friends. I would just go around the hallways and just fool around. Sometimes it's so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
And then you get a couple of teachers that be like, "Get to class, get to class." I'm like, "No, no, I don't want to go to class." You know what I'm saying? So, I have some crazy stories back in high school, man. Oh my gosh, but bro,
yeah.
it's just too funny, bro. But yeah, no, I mean, um, but yeah, no, they have like all that, like even band I had band like band practice in between school. I had two periods where they're there. So you would have the first, it was like a first period to all the way to eighth period, which is like this how many classes that you're gonna have in a day.
Okay.
So you start from like 8 a.m. for me, as a obviously from junior year to senior year, I had more classes where it's deducted, so you don't have to go to like the morning ones, for example.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I mean, during that time, like I had jazz band in the morning, and after that, I would have concert band in the afternoon. So it's kind of cool because I'm playing music, and I love playing it during school. So that's always my motivation, of course, for school sometimes too, to go practice, to go, my teacher was there, a conductor, do stuff like that. It's a nice experience, and I loved it. You know, high
Yeah.
school, I always remember high school. So, yeah, I mean, kind of miss it too. Prom, forget about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No. The one thing that I miss from school is obviously like the like messing about at like break times or whatever. You know what I mean? Just being a dick basically. And then
Bro,
P. You know.
yeah, I was like that, man. I would go around the halls looking like, people would be like, "Yo, what's good, bro? What's good, Gio, man? How you doing?" And dab me up, whatever it is, man. They'd be like, "Oh, look, it's the Italian guy, man. It's the Italian mafia." People would say that. I'm like, "Oh man, bro, what's good, guys?" But yeah, no, people always thought I was like a chill guy, so I never had problems with really anybody in school. I did wrestling as well, so
Yeah,
like
actually,
I was
yeah.
competing.
I'm glad you said that. So, if I'm right by saying, is it judo? Judo or is it taekwondo? It's one of them.
Taekwondo. That's what I
Taekwondo.
learned after I did wrestling. Yeah, that's after I did wrestling for 2 years. It was my freshman year and sophomore year. I did wrestling, competitively. And during the states, I got far in the states, in the city. I made it all the way to the city finals. So I was really good at wrestling. But then after that, I left wrestling because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to really injure myself. I don't want to injure myself too much anymore.
Of course.
So I left wrestling, and then after that, I went to go and do some taekwondo and martial arts, and now I'm a black degree. You know what I'm saying? Degree black belt.
So,
So
do you think for again the viewers obviously won't know you the way I know you,
yeah,
in the fact that we spent many hours just chatting, bullshitting and whatever else after streams and so on and so forth. But like, do you think that's what's matured you? Because again, you are 19. Most 19-year-olds, I don't know about the US, but over here are dickheads. You know what I mean? They're messing around, maybe getting in trouble with the police, or drinking, or just being young men or women or whatever. So like, do you think that discipline made you more mature? Because I know that they say martial arts normally does, because it's the respect factor.
Yes. I think that's definitely a factor, but I think I've always had, I was always a good kid. I was never really like bad or anything like that, so, I've also learned a lot of respect from family as well. So that's also a big, part of it too, because, when you're in an Italian household, it's respect and loyalty all the time. It's like, it's like you're, because it's in the culture, if it makes sense. You know what I mean? It's in the culture. So I really inherited that. Of course, Taekwondo even made it even more, more stricter in terms of that, obviously, because, you must have those things in order to really learn and master that, because, you don't want to go out there and just be like, you know what, let me go hit this guy, and do like a crazy kick on him. You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. If you don't have those types of things like loyalty, respect, blah, blah, and also discipline, then you're not going to really go far in Taekwondo, because then your sensei will find out and forget about it. It's over. You know what I mean? No, I've always had that, and also I've always liked to be humble in terms of things. So I'm always like that.
No, I'm with you. I got some quick fire questions here that I just want to get your opinion on.
Yeah.
What's your favorite month?
Favorite month? I want to say June.
Is your birthday in June?
No.
No.
My birthday is in January.
Okay, interesting. Why June then?
June because I graduated in June.
Okay.
So it was a nice experience, of course, graduating for sure.
What's your favorite season?
Favorite season? Obviously summer. It's got to be summer.
Summer. Nah. No Halloween?
Halloween's okay, but at the same time, I never liked Halloween because I never had off from school on Halloween. Sucked. So I was like, you know what? But I would say, Christmas time was always a great as well. Like during those holidays, I loved Christmas. But I would say the summer, in terms of summer, because we would always go away in the summer, so it's always nice.
This one you're gonna like. Favorite food?
Oh man, you had to put me on the spot like that, bro. Oh man, this is hard, guys.
To be fair, if you need to have a couple, you can have a couple.
Okay, what food? Wait, what type of food? Like
whatever you want.
Oh shoot.
Let's do it this way, because I know you're very, very much a foodie.
Yeah.
So let's say that you're in a restaurant, right? Maybe you're with the missus, all right, and it's not a particular restaurant. You can have whatever you wanted, right?
Oh,
so
shoot.
you can have 3 dishes for the starter, 3 for the main, and 3 puddings.
Okay.
So what would you pick?
Well, for the appetizer, obviously, if we're going to go for the cuisine, right? If we're going to go from that order, I would do that. I would say for the appetizer, why not do like I would do calamari with that's what we usually do. And from there, if we're going to go down to another section, then it's going to be another appetizer would be wings. Obviously, wings are oh man. And then if I want to go for like what I want to do, like for example, because we eat a lot of Italians, so the first entree probably would be like let's say ribs. And then the second one obviously will be the pasta. So obviously a pasta. You know what I mean? Because you can't. For me as an Italian, you can't. Like, bro, if I had to, bro, I would eat pasta every day, bro. That's how good it is. You know what I'm saying? Like different pastas that you could have, unbelievable. And then after that, you would have obviously for another food, I would say would be Chinese food or like Japanese food. That is like, dude. I had Chinese food the other day. I had Chinese food again. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I had Chinese food. Like that's the thing that you get on the go. You know what I'm saying? It's like awesome. But in terms of course, barbecue, you got to eat. There's so many cuisines that I could just like go on and on and on. But obviously, my favorite's Italian because it's my culture. I think the Italians are the best in terms of that. But of course, other cuisines are so damn good too, like tacos as well. Like, come on, man! Like, oh man, it's too much.
You're definitely crashing after this stream.
Yeah, too much. I'm definitely, dude. Listen. My dad already made artichokes. I'm good, man. You know what I mean?
What about like a pudding, or like a dessert? What would you
A
have?
dessert. Oh. In Italy, we have this pastry called cartoccio. We have one here in Brooklyn. That's why I recommended Lewis to get.
Lewis to it, yeah.
And Lewis didn't have it. By the way, his whole family did. So, but yeah.
Shout out, Lewis.
Yeah, shout out to Lewis over here, bro. I didn't get to try it, but you better go try it next time. But yeah, man, dude, cartoccio, bro, is so good, bro. But I have to say, of course, gelato. Gelato is up there,
Okay,
for sure.
About like a chocolate cake.
If it's like a chocolate, yeah. If it's like a chocolate cake, but you would have like that, like the hot fudge that will come out of it.
My missus makes like
I love it. I
love
love
chocolate cake, and then it's got the icing on the top.
Yeah,
you put it in the microwave, and then
bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. You just cut in, you just see all the hot fudge coming out of it. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? In terms of dessert.
No, I'm with you. Making me hungry now as well.
I know. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, oh shoot, what am I gonna eat tonight?
Yeah. What's your favorite animal?
Favorite animal? Obviously I like dogs. Dogs is my thing.
Dogs.
No, I have my dog Taco. He's a Chihuahua. So yeah, he's a yapper. But that's of course my favorite animal. But if I want to go with like for example, like a regular animal, I would say lion.
Lions?
Yeah. Lion would be my favorite because they're fierce, they're superior, and like that.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. What's your favorite breakfast?
Ooh. This is hard. Breakfast. Bro, so what I have in the morning is an egg, ham, and cheese on a bagel, on an everything bagel. That's what I have usually.
No, you
and
told me you just like salmon on a bagel.
That's a different thing. That's salmon cream cheese. That's pretty good though. That's pretty good.
Just salmon. Just salmon and a bagel.
Oh no. You don't do that. You don't put like a regular salmon and then put it right on the bagel. That's what I thought last time we talked about it. I was like, no. I was like, you don't do that to the bagel, man. Not to the New York bagels. Nope. And I know people are gonna argue that they're gonna say that New Jersey bagels are better. No, they're not. New York bagels are tough, bro. Just like our pizza. All right? In the whole United States, bro. New York pizza is the best in the United States. New York pizza.
You're making me hungry. What was one thing you were afraid of as a child?
Trying to think. What was I afraid of?
Like, are you afraid of like spiders?
Rats. I don't like rats. I don't like rats at all.
Okay.
Bro. I mean, listen. I'm like, because it just disgusts me. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm like, but at the same time, if I have to, get it out of the house, obviously, bro, I'll take it out. But I'll be like, I don't like that, bro. Like, no way, man. Oh no, bro. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Fact that they're like in the sewers and.
Yeah, no. I remember in New York City, I was walking and all of a sudden you see a trash can in the back, and then you see a couple rats. I'm like, I'm going the other way, bro. I'm like, screw this shit. I would go around another block just to get away from that shit. I'm not kidding. I would do that because I ain't going that. Nope.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Man seen Bruno Fernandes next to a bin.
Yeah, literally.
Describe your style in one word.
Style, like what do you mean style?
As in, like, the way you are, the style, your style. Because you're not suited and booted. I'm sure you can definitely get suited and booted if you needed to. But like, yeah, your style. Go on, like the dress code if you want.
Oh, dress code? Oh yeah, no. Me, I'm like always top tier. Like I'm the Italian, the way I dress Italian, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously right now I'm not really dressed up because I'm just, with the Juve
Chilling.
stuff,
Yeah.
just chilling. But obviously when I usually go out, I like to dress to really feel confident in myself. I always feel like I have like in terms of like sometimes like when I go outside and how I dress, I have like that aura. If you think about it. I like that kind of aura when I go out. And that's what I like to be. I like to have that sort of confidence when I go out, smell good. That's one thing about me. Hygiene, very important. Everything. That's one thing. I go outside. No wonder why I probably get like a couple girls that follow me on Instagram all the time, bro, because I, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, that's the thing, man. But that's what it is. You dress good and your hygiene. That's the best thing. And obviously game is game, like Lewis says. Shout out again to Lewis, but like that, yeah. But me is like more of that Italian way to dress, like, but in a nice Italian. I'm not talking about the scrubs in New York. I see sometimes that they call themselves Italians, but no, I'm talking about like more of that Italian style look. That's usually me, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. What's one thing you regret spending money on?
My Mrs. Makeup, bro. Fucking hell, bro. $400. $400, bro. Get the hell out, man. Oh my gosh. For makeup. for small little packets like this, $400. I said, are you crazy? And she's like, babe, you better go get it. Yeah. Go get it, man. I'm gonna be like, faz schifo, man. I'm gonna throw you in the bin. Seriously. Shoot. She made me pissed off that day because I had to spend $400 and then I had to spend another $200 for the dinner. So,
oh, I was not expecting that. I was thinking like a game or
no,
food.
no.
That's like the damn makeup.
Nah, bro. The Mrs. Makeup, bro, for sure, bro. Forget about the handbags, bro. But I'm just gonna stick with the makeup. Otherwise, she's probably gonna slap me when I get back to Florida, bro, because I said that. So, but now the makeup for sure, brother. The makeup for sure. Oh my gosh, bro, crazy.
If you could afford any car in the world, what would you have?
Pagani.
Interesting. Not Pagani.
Not a Bugatti, Pagani. Pagani for me.
What is that?
Search it up. Yeah, Pagani.
How do you spell it?
I'll put it in the chat. Here you go.
Okay. Is it an Italian car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right, so I'm gonna put this on the screen for everybody. So you can actually see what I'm looking at right now. Okay, yes, I can see why. Oh my word. That is beautiful. What color would you have it?
Red and black. With a nice black stripe going down from the middle of the hood.
Okay.
That's one thing. That's another thing about me. I love cars. I go to a lot of car shows. I'm a very car guy. So.
Yeah, that's
better than a Lamborghini. Better than a Bugatti. Pagani.
That or a Ferrari.
Ferrari's. Listen, the thing is with Ferrari, of course, I will always love Ferrari. But of course, if we're gonna talk about a dream car, it would be Pagani. But if listen, I'll take a Ferrari too because that's still big. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
But if I'm gonna say dream, very big dream car, that's obviously Pagani. You know what I mean? That really shows that you've like made it like you're made it for life. That's if you can afford a Pagani, that means that you made it really for life. Ferrari is like when you became somebody, basically. That's what Ferrari is. You're at least somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you could afford a Lambo, then that means that you are somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, I would say Pagani and Bugatti are like near each other in terms of like made it.
the starting price for one of those is 3.4 million. So
Yep.
I understand your point. Yep. I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand. What's one of your hidden talents? Do you have a hidden talent? Now I know that you.
I'm like a comedy guy.
Okay.
Sometimes I make a lot of people laugh. Usually, like when I'm going on like that. You know, I could do cool tricks like this. No, I don't think you could do that.
Wait, do that again. Do that again. That was way too quick for my eyes. Okay, now do it normal speed. Bro, I'm lost.
Okay. So you ever? I don't know if the audience, will probably you guys would probably know, but have you guys probably heard of the show Three Stooges? I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
Right. You know Mo, Larry, Curly, right? You know when Curly does this. That's what he does, bro.
Oh, I'm so glad we've done this show now. This is mad.
Bro, I such as go around the house doing it. My mom's like, "Well, how do you do it again?" She's like, I'm like, it's rhythm. It's like this. It's like 1 2 3 1 2 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's perfect.
That's mad.
I love that, but it's pretty cool though. I have to say. The other thing I would say is another hidden talent for me is that let's see, another hidden talent. Could this be even?
You can obviously you're very good analytic wise.
Yeah.
Obviously you can play instruments and so on. So like they aren't hidden. You know what I mean? Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to do that, to be honest. I wasn't.
I was saying this is another hidden talent.
Yeah, go on.
If I'm in a situation where there's a problem, I always try to find a way out.
Okay.
And I usually get a way out.
So like again, your brain is like this was this. You like analyzing.
Like I would not analyzing. Like for example, like if I smell an opportunity, I take the opportunity. If you think about it, like instinct.
Okay. So would you say what in like a cutthroat way?
Like if you see an opportunity, like for example, a job opportunity, like that's gonna grow.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would, I have good instinct for that.
I'm with you. Favorite movie?
Again, that's like the food one, bro. I watch a lot of movies, man. I even watch series, bro. Peaky Blinders. All right, mate. You know what I'm saying? I order the Peaky Blinders. You know what I'm saying, bro? We all know this, all right, bro? My name is Billy Kimber. I run the show. Okay? Nah, I'm just kidding.
I hate when Americans try to do the English accent. I fucking hate it. But it's funny. I guarantee is it the same when English tries to do American accents? Yeah.
Not just that, but it's even with people that try to do the Italian accents. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. No.
But it is what it is. Nah, it's so funny though. I would say the favorite movie of all.
If I was to give you say you watch a lot of movies. Let's say top 5 then. Top 5 movies.
5? Oh man.
Is that still too hard?
Yeah, I mean, because I like a lot of movies, like in terms of different. Okay.
Just give me a couple then. If it wasn't top, just give me a couple of movies you like.
Godfather.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
Godfather. That one. The first Avengers.
Okay.
I like that.
The original Avengers.
Yeah, the original. The original.
Like when Thor still looks homeless.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire. That's up there for me. Iron Man, up there. The first one, that's up there.
Are you a Marvel guy or a DC guy, or do you like both?
I like both.
Okay.
But in terms of aura,
yeah.
Iron Man's got the aura, bro. I love that. Was my favorite superhero.
Do you go to him as well because he's quite, again, you like to dress. he likes to dress.
Yeah, if in terms,
Like,
yeah, people say that I kind of look like Tony Stark sometimes. Like they get that because I usually sometimes have like the goatee. I remember like I had a goatee one time.
Yeah.
So people would even refer to me sometimes like Tony Stark. Like even like in terms of brain wise, like I say, I'm pretty smart. So yeah, no, of course, Tony Stark is definitely one of my favorites for sure, if not my favorite superhero. It sucked that he died. I can't believe it. I was crying during that movie theater, bro. I was like I'm with my missus, and she's like, "Why are you crying?" I'm like, "Yeah," because it's like literally the guy I grew up with that's gone basically in the movies. You know what I'm saying? But
was it? See, we over here in the UK, we seen loads of well, not we. There's only one of me. But I seen loads of things on TikTok of American, what do you call it, like a packed out cinema or a theater, and then when Cap gets the hammer, Manuel, when he gets it, like everyone's cheering and everything and so on. Was that like the case?
Yep.
Yeah,
Literally like that, bro. Especially like the first days it came out. It's like that. It is like that.
Yeah, the English are quite boring on that. Like
they just don't care.
There was like a woo, but it's not like some of the videos I've seen. There's popcorn flying freaking everywhere.
Yeah. No, especially for the Minecraft chicken jockey. And you got somebody that got actually a live chicken at a movie theater. I'm like, how the hell did he even get that in there? You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm like,
I watched that with the little one.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm like, I don't know, man. Nah, it's funny as hell, though, bro.
Honestly.
I'm like, oh my god.
After I took the little one to watch that, she just didn't shut up with the La La Lava song. I was like, please shut up. It's like in my head. I'm singing it. Yeah. Bit peak.
Yeah, bro.
Favorite series?
Suits.
Oh, I wasn't thinking you were going to say that. I thought you were going to say I can't think of what it's called. What's the
Well, that's another one too. I love that Karate Kid, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
It's another movie. That's another movie series I love. Yeah, bro. I mean, listen, Cobra Kai is definitely up there, but in my opinion, Suits. That is interesting. You want to talk about lawyers, bro, and especially like hockey lawyer, bro. Harvey Specter is I think my favorite character of the show.
Okay.
Him and Mike Ross.
Yeah, to be fair, that's one thing I actually want to watch and get into, but I just never have.
I would say that's Suits is one of the most underrated shows, I think, in terms of Netflix. That one, and then of course Cobra Kai is up there. Cobra Kai, listen, guys, Cobra Kai is definitely. I love Cobra Kai. I love watching them fight and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to talk about brains and everything, it's Suits.
Yeah.
And of course, there's action in Suits. It's like there's drama. There's hot girls in there. Meghan Markle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like especially when Meghan Markle was younger. You know what I'm saying? You got the You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know what I mean?
Bro. No,
so it'll be exclusive, bro. This will be a disclaimer. I'm just
kidding. What's your show you're watching at the moment?
I just finished Peaky Blinders, so the next show will probably be
Wait, when you say finish, what do you mean by finish?
I finished the whole thing.
What, season 6?
Yeah.
Bro, you told me you were on like season 3 the other day. How have you got through all of that?
Oh, bro, I watch it all the time. Like I watched it like even at nighttime, like just throughout the night.
So you've seen the ending.
Yeah, I saw it. It was crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Because obviously,
in my opinion, there's gonna be another season. I think, bro. Everything that they're
no, I think they're gonna make it a movie.
Yeah,
that's what they're gonna make it. But obviously, when we spoke last time about it, what was that about a week ago? Would you say? I think it was about a week ago. I couldn't tell you what happened because obviously you hadn't watched it and I didn't want to spoil it for you. But yeah, the fact that you've seen it now, yeah, that fucking prick, bro, comes out of the bar thinking he's all cool.
I know, bro. Oh my gosh.
I have no limitations.
I have no limitations. Nope. Yeah, it gets Michael right in the eye.
Yeah, fucking prick. Yeah, can't stand that guy.
Yeah, I know, bro. But the next, I'm not sure what next shows I'm probably gonna watch.
Trying to think of anything I've watched. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I watched the Last Kingdom. Have you watched that?
Yeah. I watched that already. Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
Wait, have you watched all of it?
Yeah.
See, I haven't watched all of it. I can't remember what season I'm on. I think I'm on the season when he obviously gets sold as a slave on the boat, and then they go and get him.
Yeah. He's a Dane in a Saxon.
Yeah.
Dane and Saxon. During those times in England, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Uhtred is another underrated character in the show. You're gonna trust me. He gets good.
No. What's the greatest present you've ever received?
Greatest present. My first console, my Xbox One S. I still have it.
Damn. See, I would say my daughter, but you are so young that obviously, maybe one day.
I would say, my missus, but at the same time, she's a pain in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, when I was looking at the bill the other day, I'm like,
I feel like I'm setting you up here.
Nah, it's fine, bro. She doesn't listen. I mean, obviously, I love her. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's like,
of course.
You know what I'm saying? In terms of the greatest present, come on. I have to go back. I was very into Pokemon too.
Yeah,
I remember I showed. Yeah, we did this
on
on stream. So
yeah, we did.
That was insane. Yeah, no, I had a lot of cards.
If everything was to go well for you, what age would you want to retire?
Like,
and again, you're super young, so I know that you've got a lot of work in front of you to get what your dreams and aspirations are. So, would you retire at 25?
I want to try to retire by 25. You know what? I want to do a Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Of the money part, yeah? The money.
Off the money part. You know what I'm saying, bro?
You do fucking none.
We'll do hopefully at 25, bro. Hopefully at 25, bro. That's when I could really see, okay, I'm set. I'm good. But 30, I would say, is when I would hopefully retire.
There we go. Okay, so I've got 2 more questions for you and then we'll end. What is one thing you want to achieve in your life before it's all over? Now, it's a very dark question. You're super young. You should be alive for the next 60 odd years. So you get my point. But what's one thing that you want to achieve?
Yeah. Want to achieve? Damn, that's a hard question. Obviously, being successful, obviously.
Of course.
But I would say Wait, say that question one more time.
So before it's all over, what's one thing you want to achieve? Now, again, you're super young, so maybe in 10 years, let's just give it a 10-year basis. Be a great father. Set your kids up. You know what I mean, so on. Or it could be a career-based thing.
Yeah, definitely be a great father, for sure. Be a great father figure, be an example. And obviously, pass on what I know to, of course, my children and even my grandchildren. Yeah. And then another thing I would like to do also, right, is to get a Lamborghini for my dad.
Okay.
Because I remember I did because I did say that I would get a Lambo one day for him.
So if you see, some people have that where it's retire my mum or retire my dad or pay off the mortgage or something like that. Would that be for you personally? Would that in your head and in your body and mind and everything? That would be when you've made it.
100%.
Yeah.
I think that if I'm able to do that, for them it will be great.
Yeah.
Because then they wouldn't have to be so stressed and overwhelmed. And
Yeah.
that's why I want to do this as well. Do YouTube and stuff like that too. Maybe be big one day and make some money. So then they don't have to work so hard.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. 1,000. Last question. If you could have, and this is a hard one, if you could have a one-on-one conversation like we are having right now with one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
My nana, my grandfather. Dead.
Yeah.
He's dead right now, yeah. He was actually an Inter fan. Hardcore. But I would still love to be him. For sure.
There we are, people. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, please do smash the likes. Hit the subscribe button, all of that good stuff. Let me quickly put the display names up just so they can go and check it out. So yeah, that is Gio's, his @ and everything. Go check him out, please. And I will also have it in the description. So if you don't want to type it in and want to click the link, it will be in the description 1,000%. Thank you very much for coming on, bro.
Yeah, man.
Good to learn more about you and actually doing this, because I don't think half the stuff that we would have done would have come up in conversation. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we talk about personal stuff and so on, but not some of the things we've spoken about. So yeah, bless up to everybody though. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, check out Gio, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.
Ciao, guys.